Okay, okay, okay. Hello everyone. I am Ravi Kant Gupta, and today we are going to discuss about what is gate. तो बहुत सारे अगर मैं कॉमनली बात करूं तो बहुत सारे लोगों का डाउट रहता है कि एक्चुअली व्हाट इज द गेट, राइट? The full form of the GATE is Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering, and that is examination that primarily tests the comprehensive understanding of various undergraduate subjects. So I hope you all are aware about the GATE. So actually, that comprehensive understanding of various undergraduate subjects in engineering, right? Because I'm talking about the engineering, so engineering and science, and that is beneficial for the admission in master program as well as job in public sector companies, right? And this GATE exam is actually conducted by either by ISC, that is ISCs, the Indian Institute of Science, and the older seven IITs, Indian Institute of Technology, on behalf of National Coordination Board, GATE. Okay, that is just in Ministry of Education, Government of India. Is it okay? So this is just a brief idea what actually the GATE stands for, right? Then we'll talk about GATE pattern. What is a pattern for the GATE examination? So if I'm going to talk about what is the duration of the GATE exam, so duration of the GATE exam is only 3 hours. Duration of GATE exam is 3 hours. Okay. And what is the total marks for that? Total mark is for 100 marks. And we have to attempt 65 questions. Okay. And there is negative marking also. That is this exam is very famous for the negative markings only. Okay, so I got one doubt from Nakshatra Joshi that yes sir, please let us know what opportunities are there for the EC student. Okay, so Nakshatra, let me tell you that I am also electronic and communication student from IIT Bombay. So I would like to tell you that there are a lot of opportunities for the electronics as well as all branches. There is a key feature is that you can go for the masters, right? Either in India as well as in abroad also, and you can also go for jobs in public sector companies. And to be very specific, you will find some application of uh, GATE exam in some core electronics, just like L&T. Sometimes they're asking questions from the previous GATE questions. Okay, so I hope that is going to help you, Nakshatra. So I got one more doubt from Ravikant More. Hi sir, please tell us more about the MSQ asked in the GATE 21. Okay, so let me tell you that I just talk about what is a pattern of this paper first. So there is a negative marking, and then negative marking is only for the MCQs, right? If you have multiple choice questions and if the question carries only 1 mark if you're making it right, and if you're making it wrong, it is going to deduce your 1/3 of one, right? And 2/3 if the question is for 2 marks. Correct. And if I'm going to talk about the type of the question, that is actually the question of Ravikant More. So actually, there are two type of questions that are appearing in question 2021. There is multiple choice question, that is MCQ, and the second one is your multiple select question, and or we are considering the both the things at the same kind of category, numerical answer type question. Okay, so दो टाइप के क्वेश्चन है आपके पास, एक एमसीक्यू है और दूसरा क्या है आपका, एक एमएसक्यू मींस मल्टीपल सिलेक्ट क्वेश्चन, और दूसरा उसी में दूसरा कौन सा पैटर्न हो सकता है, न्यूमेरिकल आंसर टाइप क्वेश्चन, राइट। मींस आपका क्वेश्चन ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा और आंसर दे विल नॉट प्रोवाइड और आपको वहां पर फिल करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज अ टाइप ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल आंसर टाइप। और अगर आपको ऑब्जेक्टिव दिया गया हुआ है क्वेश्चन बट दे आर गिविंग यू कि हो सकता है कि मोर देन वन ऑप्शन भी सही हो सकते हैं, मतलब हो सकता है किसी क्वेश्चन का आंसर दो ऑप्शन सही हो, तो आपको दोनों चूज करने पड़ेंगे, दैट इज मल्टीपल सेलेक्ट क्वेश्चंस। ओके, सो आई थिंक रविकांत मोरे, am I reaching to your doubts? Okay, so I hope I'm waiting for response, Ravikant, and let me know if you are agree with that. And then I'm going to talk about, there are two sections in that paper, right? The first section is general aptitude, and second I'm talking about engineering mathematics and sub core subjects, right? Engineering mathematics and core subjects. A core subject depends on your branch, right? As we are conducting this uh, presentation on behalf of electronics and electrical, so I can talk about the electrical and electronics reference. Okay, so let me tell you, in general aptitude section, that will consist of a compulsory general aptitude section consisting of 10 questions, right? 5 of the question among 10 will carry 1 mark and rest 5 will carry 2 marks, right? So there are 10 questions, 5 of them carrying 1 marks and 5 of them are carrying 2 marks. So overall general aptitude is for 15 marks. And the rest part of this question paper is for engineering mathematics and subjects. What are the subjects? Okay, so regarding this pattern, anyone is having any doubt, you can ask me. I'm here to discuss. Okay, so then we'll talk about the syllabus. Syllabus. Right. So for electronics, for all the streams, for all streams, for all streams, maths is common, right? Maths is common. Yes, actually, I got one doubt from Aditi. He's asking about, sir, is there any scope for students from electrical background? Yes, of course. There is no partiality for any kind of branch with reference to the GATE examination, right? In fact, if I will find more motivating to inform you that electrical people are having more opportunities in PSUs, public sector companies, as compared to the other branches, right? Because electrical is a core branch. Okay, so there are a lot of opportunities in PSUs if you're looking for the job, and if you're looking for the masters, then all the branches have the same opportunities. Okay, there is no partiality among the branches that if you are from electronics you cannot go there. No, that is not like that. If you are belonging to the electrical, that is also not like that. Okay, you can go everywhere for the masters. Where electronics can go, obviously electrical can go also. Okay, so I hope Aditi, I'm okay for you. Okay, So the question is that what is after the gate, right? So let me tell you, the result of gate is very rare. Rare means this is not impossible. I mean like that. If the 2 lakh people are appearing, only 20,000 are getting qualified, and only 4 or 5,000 people are going to get good rank. Okay, they are going to get IITs and some reputed colleges, right? So in that term, I'm telling that is rare. Okay, rare means it's not impossible. It means that very less. The result percentage is very less, right? Because there are too many people to be appeared, and there are less vacancies. Got it? So after the gate examination, you have two choices: whether you can go for the masters, and the second one you can go for the uh, jobs, right? Uh, I mean, then jobs in private sector also, as well as in public sector also. So PSUs, that is public sector units, that are directly recruiting gate rankers, and some of the companies, the core companies, that are also recruiting uh, students that are having a gate score, and they're getting a weightage on the basis of their gate scores. Okay, so these are the opportunities when you are going for the job. When you are going for the academics, means you are going for the masters, then obviously you have two choices, right? Whether you can go for the masters within India, and you can go for the masters in abroad, right? So there are 7 countries they are offering on the basis of gate score. They're offering MS, right? And even you can do the PhD if you want. There is dual degree, MS plus PhD. And within India, there are so many colleges. There are well-reputed colleges like ISCs and the IIT and NITs. So you can go for there also. Okay. So this is the scene after the gate examination. And I hope that you all are aware about how many PSUs are there. If I'm talking about the Maharashtra government, so for example, if there are vacancy in Maharashtra government, like Maharashtra Electricity or somewhere, so they will looking for the good gate scores. Like if you're looking for Mumbai Metro, they're also looking for good gate score, right? So these are the benefits. And everywhere, whenever you are going to write in your CV that you have qualified the gate, that means that is showing your technical ability, right? You will find benefit in the different areas where I cannot explain you where you can find the benefit, but you will find the benefit of gate exam in different areas. It might be in somewhere in jobs in foreign and all that. Nakshatra is asking, what do you do, sir? Okay. Nakshatra, right now I'm pursuing my PhD from IIT Bombay. Yeah, Ravikant More is telling, yes, yeah, obviously you can apply for the outside of this, outside of our country. And yes, एक benefit भी होगा उससे. You might have heard about GRE. So GRE, after qualifying GRE, then you have to pay a lot of money and all. But what is happening with the gate examination? If you're going through the gate examination, you don't have to pay the money. I mean, you have to first pay the initial fee, what is required for this college. But after that, you will find some amount that is called as a stipend, right? Just like if you are in India, in IITs and NITs, you will get 12,400 per month. Okay. So that is a right now, because of Corona, things are getting worse. But this is the scene when you are joining any IIT or NIT, you will find this much amount every month, right? means at most you are not going to lose something. At least you are going to gain something with a degree as well as your financial support. Okay, so this is one of the best thing of the GATE examination also, that through GATE you can get some earn some money also, just for your pocket expenses, right? Anything apart from that, if you want to ask? I'm here to listen to you. If you have any doubt, just let me know. Yes, so I just got one doubt from Aditi. She's asking about how much marks in GATE are required for PSUs and IITs. So let me tell you, as for I cannot justify that this much amount of marks are required, but I can tell you the rough idea that if you are going to get above 50 marks out of 100, then definitely you will find at least an IT. At least, I mean, you can stand anyhow somewhere in IITs and ITs, right? And if you are more than 70 marks, obviously you will be in IIT, no doubt. If you are scoring 60 marks, there is also chances of being in IIT. If you're looking for good IITs like old IIT, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, and IIT Kharagpur, like that, so you have to be in top scorer, right? So I think 50 marks is somehow is okay kind of things you might get somewhere in IITs or NITs, but I cannot say anything with the result that yes, of course, after getting 50 marks, you are going to get the NIT or IIT, because the scenario, because this is a competition and we cannot judge the competition by prediction. That depends on your competitor. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with it. And the thing is that next thing is that cutoff for electrical as well electronics, that is somehow varying around 25, 26, 27 every year. Last year, the cutoff for electrical marks was little high for 33. But this is not, again, I'm telling this is not a scenario where I can fix that this is the cutoff. Okay. And so I got just one question from Ranjit Salvi. Sir, how many marks or rank is required for PSUs? Yeah, listen, uh, if I'm going to tell you very honestly, so you have to be under 500. Your rank must be under 500, because what is happening in the top rankers, they all are applying for the PSUs also, they all are applying for the masters also. But obviously, there is one student and he cannot be present both the companies as well as for the master program. So what actually he is doing, firstly, he will try for the PSU, and he also tries for the good IITs. For example, he has to face one interview in IIT Bombay, and same times he has to face an interview in ONGC. So he's applying for both. And if he got selected for the both PSUs as well as IIT Bombay also, so but that is going to waste one seat, right? So others are getting in waiting list. So at least if you are if you are under 100, that means it is guaranteed that you will get something. I'm not sure what you will get. That depends on the vacancy as well as PSUs. But if you're under 100, definitely you will get something in PSU, no doubt. But the possibility, if I'm talking about the possibility that whether you can get the job or not. So possibility is that if you're getting under 500, there is a higher possibility, approximately 90% possibility that you will get the PSU. But I cannot guarantee 100%. It might be when you qualified and you got rank 200, and at that year, because of like Corona, you will get opportunities. There are only 9 vacancies all over India in PSUs because अभी तो vacancy नहीं आ रही, right? तो that we cannot say. But yes, of course, आपका जो गेट स्कोर है वो 3 साल के लिए वैलिड रहेगा. तो आप नेक्स्ट ईयर भी किसी, अगर आप मास्टर अभी कंपनीज में नहीं जा पा रहे हैं तो आप मास्टर्स के लिए आप अप्लाई कर सकते हो. आप उसी गेट स्कोर से एमटेक कर सकते हो, क्योंकि एमटेक में आपको 2 इयर्स लगेगा अगर आप टीए कैटेगरी में एमटेक करते हो. उसके बाद आप उसी गेट स्कोर से आप पीएचडी के लिए भी अप्लाई कर सकते हो. आपको दोबारा कोई गेट क्वालिफाई करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. सो लेट्स गेट बैक टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Aman Seth is telling, sir, which are the important subjects for the EC branch? Aman Seth, if I'm going to talk about the important subjects for the EC branch, so that is somehow I would like to tell you that is not any semester exam, because all the subjects are carrying almost equal weightage. Like just like if you're going for the analog electronics, that is also going to get 10 to 12 marks. But of course, sometimes it is happening for all questions are approximately having 8 to 10 marks. But sometimes what is happening, communication is going to be dominated by, for example, communication in the examination we got for 12 marks. Sometimes it is happening that EDC we got for 12 marks. So this is depending on the professor who is going to set the question, but obviously they are trying to normalize the things. Mean all the subjects are carrying equal weights. But of course, this like subject like microprocessor, they are not. They are just like a chapter of digital electronics, so they are not carrying very much weightage, just like 1 or 2 marks. But all other subjects, just like the subjects they are mentioning, they all are carrying equal weightage. The equal weightage means they are all are appearing for 8 marks at least, but sometimes they can differ by 1 or 2 marks. I hope I'm clear to Aman Seth. Yes, of course. Just like if you're going to talk about the priority, of course that I can give you the my own experience. I would like to tell you that if you're going to see that this analog electronics and EDC both are related, right? And these two subjects are carrying more weightage, analog electronics and EDC. And same thing when you're talking about signal and system as well as communication system, both are similar. Both are complementary to each other. One requires one subject and one requires one subject. Right. So you can go for these are 4 core subjects for electronics also. Analog, EDC, communication and signal. They may carry more weightage in gate, not in gate because gate is uniformly distributed. But if you're going to appear for any other exam, other PSU exam that are conducting their own exam, just like BARC is conducting their own exam. So whether you can find these 4 subjects are having higher weightage. I'm not talking about the gate. I hope it is clear. And if you're talking about some specific exams, just like if you're going for Sameer, that is in Mumbai only. So Sameer, if you're going for, they are specifically working on antennas and all that. So there might be a possibility of getting more question from electromagnetic, right? So just like control system also has the same weightage, you will get from 10 marks question approximately. So for gate examination, there is no partiality, right? 1 or 2 marks may vary, right? I hope. Yes. So I got one question from Amaya. Yes, of course. Of course, it is going to be worth, because if you're looking for the PSU, then definitely you have to have gate scorecard, a valid gate scorecard with good rank, right? Because earlier there was a chances to appear because they are conducting their own exam, but अभी ऐसी possibility बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. सारे एग्जाम्स जितने भी PSUs हैं जो पहले अपने खुद के एग्जाम्स कराती थी, अब वो 99.99% PSUs ऐसी हो गई हैं जो डायरेक्टली अपना एग्जाम न कराकर सीधे गेट के बेसिस पे आपको वहां पर जॉब ऑफर करती हैं, राइट। एंड वन मोर थिंग अगर आपको किसी आईआईटी एनआईटी में जाना है मास्टर्स के लिए, तो ऑब्वियसली आपको गेट स्कोर चाहिए ही होगा, राइट। एंड इट इज वेरी गुड if you are looking for the job, then I will suggest you कि it is very good to have master degree from older IITs as compared to the job in any PSU, right? But still, if you're looking for the job only, then obviously you have to be you have to have the GATE scorecard, right? Without GATE scorecard, there is no entry in the, as an engineer I'm talking about, right? So GATE score is a must for job as well as masters from the reputed college. I hope I'm clear to Amia. Is it fine for everyone? Is there any doubt to, do you have any doubt to discuss? So let me conclude the things. कि गेट एग्जाम PSUs में जॉब करने के लिए, स्पेशली किसी अच्छे IITs, NITs या फिर ISCs में मास्टर डिग्री करने के लिए कंपल्सरी है. विदाउट गेट देयर इज नो एंट्री. And if you are going through the gate, you will be offered some stipend just for your pocket money and to manage your expenses. And with the help of GATE scorecard, you can go to abroad also. You can do MS. You can do the dual degree, MS plus PhD or MTech plus PhD in foreign as well as in India also. In IITs also, you can go for the dual degree, right? MTech plus PhD, MS plus PhD, right? And the expense will be very less as compared to the GRE. Okay. And if you're looking for the job, definitely you have a valid GATE score. And yes, I would like to tell you that once you qualified your GATE examination, your GATE score is valid for 3 years. Okay. So that is going to help you a lot. For example, you appeared for GATE this year and somehow you are not able to take admissions, or you spend it all the time in waiting of this PSU vacancies, and now you came to know that no, I have to go for masters, then you can take an admission next year also. That is going to be counted. Okay, because the GATE score is now valid for 3 years. So I hope I'm clear to everyone. Anyone is having any doubt other than this? Yes, Ravikant More, yes, I'm going to teach you some subjects. Of course, yes, I'm going to teach you some subjects in this channel. Is anything else required? If you have any doubt, just let me know. I will make you sure that that is going to help you in any way. Anyone? Okay, Nashatra, that's nice to hear that you are feeling motivated. Okay, so I think if you're going to search on Google or somewhere, you will find so many information about the GATE, and that will be almost same whatever I'm telling you in the simple words, right? So for engineering, if you're looking for something to be admitted in IITs, NITs, or for BSU, then definitely you have to have valid GATE score. There is no other way. Is it? So I think you all are clear with that. So thank you very much.